महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि महादेवमुदं शिरसा नमामि महागणपतिं मनसा स्मरामि.
So this Ishvaraha I am related to. Suppose I have a son is related to. A grandson, he is also related to. How? Individual samashti, individual samashti, individual total. Individual total means complete, purna. Individual alpaha, alpajnaha, alpashaktiman. Now you understand. I am small knowing. I am of small shakti power. I am alpavyapi. इधर है, इधर होने से उधर नहीं है, उधर होने से इधर नहीं है. And therefore, now you are here, you are not in your own place. And that is why you worry what would happen there to the house. Then you cool yourself, saying that everything Bhagavan is there, everything will be okay. But then after a few minutes, what Bhagavan will do? No, Bhagavan will take care of somebody. Somebody has to take care of. So Bhagavan, he may not take care of, because, Bhagavan goes through your karma. He doesn't take care of directly. He goes through your karma. And my karma, how it is, I don't know. Already my karma has brought me here. Maybe it has brought me here, to keep me away from home so that home can be burgled. And so this is... I have created a problem for all of you. So anyway, don't worry, everything will be okay, okay? Everything will be okay. Yeah. Now you worry only if the shoes are there or not. So sometimes we find only one shoe. This is another thing. Some dogs pick up one of them. Now again I create a problem for you. So nothing, don't worry, all the shoes will be there. So what I say, I'm just giving you an idea of what type of worries you have got, okay? Don't think that I don't understand. I understand. We are wonderful people. So we know how to worry. We are masters in worrying. And if there is nothing to worry, the mind empty or kya hai? Why this mind is empty? That is the worry. अल्पज्ञः, अल्पशक्तिमान, अल्पव्यापी. इधर होने से उधर नहीं है, उधर होने से इधर नहीं है. And therefore, so alpavyapi, alpakalinaha. So only for alpakala one is there, not for ever, with reference to this body, of course. Alpakalinaha. So all these we have. This is my Mayam, in fact, alpaha. He is what? Sarvaha. Sarva he is. So knowledge-wise Sarva, Shakti-wise Sarva, pervasiveness Sarva, time-wise Sarva, Everything is Sarvaha. I am Alpaha. All right. So, my son is what? He is also Alpaha. So, Swamiji is little more Alpa. Eh? Between Alpa and Sarva, what is the difference? The difference is something like difference between one and infinity. Between one and infinity, what is the difference? Infinity. Okay? What is the difference between 1 million and infinity? Infinity. One zillion and infinity? Infinity. Therefore, it makes no difference whether you are little less alpa or more alpa. It makes no difference. Alpaha. இதில் என்ன வழக்கமாத்துக்கு பட்டு ஸோ ஏற்கனவே இருக்கிறது what is there is only a broomstick and it has got a necklace. What necklace? Is something, this is a golden necklace. Another fellow produced another broomstick. This has got diamond necklace. Look at it. Now you can't use them as a broomstick, correct? Just because of a necklace. No, Swamiji, we use it as a broomstick only. Then why necklace? Swamiji, we are rich. How to prove we are rich? So he is rich and therefore he has got a necklace and broomstick, understand? But the broomstick doesn't think that I am a rich broomstick. Then therefore how it is going to sweep? Tell me. All are alpa. आगे पीछे कुछ नहीं होता है. This is truth. This is not to give you any mental health I am talking. This is not positive thinking. It is thinking. It is mathematical thinking. That is called thinking. Therefore, the Lord is Sarvaha. Now, therefore, the Lord I am using, Bhagavan, Ishwaraha. Translation for Ishwara is Ishupalane, the Lord. All-knowing. And therefore, whose body includes my body? He is not far away. Or near. Near implies a distance. And far away means more distance. Here there is neither near nor far away. He is in and through my God. There is nothing which is away. That is why we don't say there is one God. We say there is only God. Therefore, so my relationship with Ishvara is the same, converting me into a bhakta. My son's relationship, my grandson's relationship, my grandfather's relationship, and my contemporary, anybody's relationship, anybody who was his relationship, her relationship, anybody who will be later, his relationship, her relationship, any object in the world, anything you take, whether it is Chetana, conscious being, or insentient, all of them are so between Vyashti. If you say this is one object, Vyashti and Samashti. And therefore, the relationship is between individual and the total. This doesn't vary. Therefore, this is an invariable relationship. Anything abaditam, anything that na vyabhicharati. So, it is what we say is absolute. Here also, this is more or less an absolute relationship. I don't say absolute. It is in relationship, it is absolute. We are going to swallow the relationships also later. Therefore, so this is not a variable relationship. It is invariable relationship. And thus, I am basically what I am, a devotee. The devotee does have problem? No. Devotee has no problem because the basic person, the devotee, is playing roles. Understand now? This devotee, I have a self-identity now. My identity is I am a devotee and I am self-aware. My self-awareness implies my awareness of Ishvara. And therefore, my self-awareness, if it includes the being of Ishvara, the being of Ishvara, then I become, this is what Bhagavan says in Gita, Manmana Bhava, Mad Bhakto Bhava, Mad Bhakto Bhava, be my Mad Bhakta, and for that Mana Bhava, may you be aware of myself. Not as a different person. Ananyaha ahamasmi. I am not different from you. Mattaha anyaha na. Only referentially. So from one body, mind, sense complex alone, I am different. Otherwise, it's a role, really speaking. From this standpoint, basically I am bhaktaha, I am a devotee. And why? Because I am aware, I am self-aware, and the self is bhakta. And if I am a bhakta, now listen, if I am a bhakta, how much guilt I have as a bhakta? Huh? This is not puja karking bhakta. Puja karking bhakta. Therefore, even as I was telling, I saw that, and purposely I did it. This is the basic bhakta who becomes a karta later. Puja karne wala. Later. Therefore, the act of puja itself is little different from every other action. I'm going to talk about that. It's not like any other action. Because the relationship is different. And therefore, so manmana bhava, mad bhakto bhava. The Gita. Therefore, so when I am a bhakta, this is self-identity. This is self-identity. My status as an individual, I am related Ishvara, related to Ishvara. And being related to Ishvara, I am a bhakta. Not morning bhakta, not evening bhakta, not kabhi kabhi bhakta, not Sunday bhakta, not Sunday morning bhakta and some Friday morning bhakta, and therefore it is 6 times bhakta every day. And no, I am a bhakta basically. They say, Swamiji, every religion has got a day to God. Christians go to churches on Sundays. And Muslims go to mosque on Friday. And these Hindus don't go anywhere. They go any day, sometimes they don't go, and they may go. Any temple they may go, they may not go at all. Then they say that we don't go to temples. They are also Hindus. They complain like this. But then, this is how it's going to be. That he should know, the person should know what it is all about, then only it becomes very real for the person. But the freedom is because of this. Never is understood. It's never understood, never. That is our greatness. Because when you have so much to learn, there is always going to be the problem. So it's a problem of riches, the problem of profundity. It's going to be like that. It can never become. That's why I really admire our people because of the structure we survive. The structure helped us. The tremendous structure we had. The non-competing structure. Everybody knew exactly what everybody had to do. Even before birth, it was all clear. If it's going to be a female child, what will happen? What will be a male child, what will happen? It's all clear. But the profundity was to be found, to be understood. It doesn't become automatic. Only the possibility was there. For every individual, the possibility of knowing was there as an opportunity. Open. Because in the forms, in our songs, in our prayers, all these are there. These words are there. Even if you are singing some modern movie song, Jai Jagadisha Hare, that is also, Hey Jagadisha, the Lord of the world, sab aap belongs to you. My body, my mind, everything belongs to you. Tan man. Oh, what else I am talking now? Tan man, dhan, sab kuch tera hai. It is everybody repeating this. So, kuch na kuch hai na thoda. How if you ask a question, then all gates open. The opportunities are all there in our prayers, in our forms. That's why the cultural forms are as important. The religious forms are important. Some people saying, I don't like these rituals, Swamiji. I like pure Vedanta. There is no pure Vedanta. It's all mixed up. Because there is no pure Bhagavan. He is mixed up. with Namarupa. And therefore, some form will always be there. You can choose your form, but that's a different thing. Your form of relating, form of your prayer, etc. But this is the truth, that I am basically a bhakta playing a role. Which role? Father role. Therefore what? Father's problems belong to the father role, cannot travel to the self-aware bhakta. Self-aware bhakta. Son's role has got its own problems, confined to the role, doesn't roll into self-aware bhakta. Understand now? Professional role, citizen role, neighbor role, all are roles. Their problems will be there. They are confined to the roles upadhi. Role is a upadhi, and they are confined to the upadhi. This is called upadhi dharma. Confined to the roles. They don't touch the bhakta. It is not bhakta Sunday or Friday bhakta or kabhi kabhi bhakta. Is a bhakta first, bhakta last, bhakta middle, bhakta all the way. Correct? Which role? You're not a bhakta. Even as a seer, bhakta playing the role of a seer, bhakta playing the role of a hearer, bhakta playing the role of a thinker, bhakta playing the role of a doubter, bhakta playing the role of whatever you do. The bhakta is untouched. Padma Patram Ivambasa. Padma Patram Ambasa Iva. Padma Patra, the lotus leaf, right in water. It's not away from water, right in water. And the water doesn't touch the leaf, really doesn't wet the leaf. It is on the leaf. Water gains a glow because of the leaf, but it doesn't really touch the leaf. The bhakta playing the role gains clarity. The role playing becomes so beautiful. The bhakta comes out because there is inner leisure. And the leisure, there is space. Therefore, there is no hurry. There is no hurry. And therefore, that inner space is never lost, playing different roles. And therefore, there is no question of the person getting affected by the role. The role is influenced by the person. But this example is amazing. If you have seen water on a lotus leaf. Have you seen a lotus leaf water? Is there in Japan you got lotus? Okay. So this on a lotus leaf water. Those who have not seen should see this. It's something to watch. And you can see water touch is right on the leaf and take it out. It trembles on the leaf. And take it out, there is nothing. The water is, the leaf is dry. Totally dry. Not a bit wet. Now, see the water on the leaf while standing on the leaf. The water is silver. It's like mercury. And it gains a glow. A glow that it didn't have before. The leaf gives the glow. Bhakta gives a glow to their very role. The problems of the role don't travel to affect the Bhakta. This is healing. Healing the guilt. Healing the hurt. Therefore, you have to bring the Bhakta out more and more, because that's where all forms and rituals and prayers, etc., become very real. I will talk about them later.
Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami Mahadeva Mudam Shirasa Namami Mahaganapatin Manasa Smarami.
भारत देश हिताय कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां त्वं कुरु सेवां